Hello. Hello. I have a lot of records. Record collection. Today I'm gonna go through them all. I have a stack right here behind me of just some ones that I've recently played that I'll show you guys first. And then I'll grab the ones from on my wall and I'll show them. And then these are all alphabetical, so I'll just go alphabetical. Except this one. I guess we can show this one first. This is Sarnosa vinyl. This is my very first album I ever put out on vinyl. And it's the only one ever, because I made it. Fuck. Because I bootlegged it myself. Okay. Go for, these are the ones that I've listened to recently. Got Flower Boy by Tyler, the Creator. You got this one, which is called Star Stories, which is actually selections from the Mario Galaxy soundtrack, which is so peak, and the record looks like this, which is so cool. Got Doris by Earl Sweatshirt. Got Trap Soul by what's his face? Bryson Tiller. Depression Cherry by Beach House. DiCaprio 2 by JID. Mark Moon by Television. Plastic Beach by Gorillaz on picture disc that my brother got me for Christmas a few years back. This thing is so cool. So sick. Led Zeppelin 4 by Led Zeppelin. And Ego Death by The Internet. Okay, now I'm going to grab the ones from my wall real quick, and I will show those off. So I've gathered the ones that are on my wall, and I will now show you them now. Either Or by Elliott Smith. Blonde by Frank Ocean. The repress from a few years back, from like 2022 or 3. 77 by the Talking Heads. Diary 1 by Clara. Grace by Jeff Buckley. Puberty 2 by Mitski. Please Please Me by the Beatles. Dragon New Warm Mountain, I Believe in You by Big Thief. This one I actually literally just got like 30 minutes ago. Bastard by Tyler. It's unofficial, obviously, but I don't give a fuck. The hell? Highway 61 Revisited by Bob Dylan. Electric Ladyland by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Once Twice Melody by Beach House. Rock and Roll Nightclub by Mac DeMarco. And In Utero by Nirvana. 2013 repress. Okay, that is all of the ones that I've recently played, and the ones from my wall, and I guess my OG. Now we're just gonna start from the very beginning and go from A to Z. So I'll grab a few right now. Boom. Wild Eyed Southern Boys by 38 Special. Some blues hits. The Age of Aquarius by The Fifth Dimension. Long Live ASAP by A$AP Rocky. Back in Black by AC/DC. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, also by AC/DC. Aerosmith Self-Titled. The Good Times by Afro Man. The American Hot Wax soundtrack. Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. Days of Wine and Roses by Andy Williams. Love Theme from The Godfather by Andy Williams. Head First by The Babies. And Quickness by Bad Brains. Okay, more. Got Desolation Angels by Bad Company. Barry Manilow 2 by Barry Manilow. Barry White Sings for Someone You Love by Barry White. Abbey Road by the Beatles. I have a lot of Beatles records. Help, soundtrack of Help by the Beatles, sorry. Let It Be by the Beatles. Meet the Beatles by the Beatles. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. Yesterday and Today by the Beatles. That's it, finally. Best of Bee Gees and the Bee Gees Greatest Hits. Oh, Benny and Brussels Volume 2 by Benny Goodman. Big Band Hits. More Big Band Hits. Pussy Whipped by Bikini Kill. Himself by Bill Cosby. And Inside the Mind of Bill Cosby by Bill Cosby. And the best of Bing Crosby by Bing Crosby. Yeah. We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll by Black Sabbath. Glue by Blade. Against the Wind by Bob Seger and Silver Bullet Band. Faster Than the Speed of Night by Bonnie Tyler. Oh, Boots Strings by Boots Randolph. Bob Skaggs and Band record. Song for Every Boon by Bruno Major. And Columbo by Bruno Major. Doo-Wops and Hooligans by Bruno Mars. Melophobia by Cage the Elephant. Song of Joy by Captain Engineer. Horizon by Carpenters. Candy-O by The Cars. Carlos Santana and Buddy Miles live album. Tea for the Tillerman by Cat Stevens. Lemon Boy by Cavetown. Chet Baker Sings by Chet Baker. Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino. Because the Internet by Childish Gambino. So Christmas songs. And Johnny Be Good by Chet Baker. Chet Baker by Chuck Berry. Dude, don't even listen to me. The London Chuck Berry Sessions by Chuck Berry. Whoa. The Uzumaki soundtrack with this sick record. Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. Windows and Walls by Dan Fogelberg. Crazy from the Heat by David Lee Roth. Dear Evan Hansen soundtrack. The Money Store by Death Grips. No Love Deep Web by Death Grips. And The Powers That Be by Death Grips. Before we keep going, so I'll take a second to shout out my Stardew Valley slip mat. I think this shit's really sick as fuck. Around the Fur by Deftones. Taboo by Denzel Curry. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig. Dixieland Classics, some fucking marching band stuff. Donny Hathaway is Now Playing. The Chronic by Dr. Dre. Duran Duran self-titled. The Long Run by Eagles. Eddie Money is self-titled. Elvis's Christmas album. Elvis is self-titled. Frankie and Johnny. Yeah, that's what it's called. Pure Gold. Heartbreak Hotel. And a second Elvis Christmas album. Curtain Call by Eminem. And the Slim Shady LP by Eminem. And finally, Slow Hand by Eric Clapton. For All We Know by Esther Phillips. When the Pawn by Fiona Apple. Fiddler on the Roof soundtrack. Ella and Louie by Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong. This album's so fucking good. Energized by Foghat. 4 by Foreigner. Double Vision, also by Foreigner. Story by The Four Seasons. Channel Orange by Frank Ocean. I'm pretty sure my brother got this for me for Christmas one year. Endless by Frank Ocean. This is obviously a bootleg, and I got it in some record store in my parents' hometown. This is obviously a bootleg. It doesn't even say Ultra on it, but it is Nostalgia Ultra by Frank Ocean, but it's actually just nostalgia. Christmas with Frank Sinatra by Frank Sinatra. Come Fly With Me by Frank Sinatra. My Way by Frank Sinatra. And Put Your Dreams Away by Frank Sinatra. Alfredo by JPEG Mafia and The Alchemist. Liquid Love by Freddie Hubbard. It's Freddie Gibbs but in The Alchemist, by the way. In case you don't, that's fine. Some Nights by Fun. I Never Liked You by Future. City to City by what's his face? Jerry. They'll say on here. Jerry Rafferty. City to City by Jerry Rafferty. And Beginnings by Girl Nerd. Glenn Miller's Carnegie Hall concert. Some more Glenn Miller, just like a best of kind of thing. Anthem of the Sun by the Grateful Dead, the 50th anniversary picture disc that I actually haven't opened yet because I'm kind of scared to. It's a 1 in 10,000 record. I'm kind of scared to open it. I'm not gonna lie. It's intimidating. Awesome Mix Volume 1, or the soundtrack to the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie on a picture disc, which is pretty cool. The Sweetest Medleys, can't read, Medleys, This Side of Heaven by Guy Lombardo. Hail to the Chiefs, a play-by-play highlights of the 1969 Chiefs season, which is pretty sick. Command Performance by Harmonicats. Harry Chapin's Greatest Stories Live. Her's self-titled album. The Best of Henry Mancini. Love Story by Henry Mancini. Pure Gold by Henry Mancini. The High Lows Broadway Playbill, just like a selection of old Broadway music. America's Greatest Hits, produced by George Martin, which is just such an interesting album. Sports by Huey Lewis and the News. And Izzy Rio by IDK. Sound of Music soundtrack. Movie Themes for Lovers Only by Jackie Gleason. The Best of Jan and Dean. Anthology by Janis Joplin. Jesus Christ Superstar soundtrack. 2014 Forest Hill Drives by J. Cole. The Off Season by J. Cole. Aqualung by Jethro Tull. MU, The Best of Jethro Tull, and Love Stinks by the J. Gillis Band. Okay, we are now on to the bottom row of my record shelf. So we're about halfway. A little more than halfway, probably. Let's keep going. Got BBC Sessions, Pause, by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. More by Jim Nabors. Bad Reputation by Joanne Jett. Giant Steps by John Coltrane. John Coltrane's now playing. John Denver's Greatest Hits. Understand Your Man by Johnny Cash. Goodbye Good Riddance by Juice WRLD. Legends Never Die by Juice WRLD. College Dropout by Kanye West. Freshman Adjustment 2 by Kanye West, which is, again, obviously a bootleg, but still pretty sick. If you don't know, Kanye West made 3 Freshman Adjustments before he put out the College Dropout, and they're just like mixtapes, and they're pretty good. And this one's got Jay-Z on it. They're most like remixes of other songs, but I think it's cool. Life Pablo by Kanye West. Again, obviously a bootleg. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. This is the cover I have in because you can customize the covers on it. It's the trifold one, which is pretty sick. Black Panther soundtrack by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Damn by Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, Mad City Deluxe by Kendrick Lamar. Mr. Brown and the Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar. To Pimp Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. And Until Unmastered by Kendrick Lamar. Intro Bonito by Cara Cara Bonito. American Teen by Khalid. Kids See Ghosts by Kids See Ghosts. Cafe Racers by Kim Carnes. Destroyer by Kiss. Get the Knack by The Knack. Selections from the Cuphead soundtrack. Born to Die by Lana. Ultraviolence by Lana. Hooked on Swing by Larry Elgart. Let's Start Here by Lil Yachty. Heart Like a Wheel by Linda Ronstadt. Mad Love by Linda Ronstadt. The Best of Lobo by Lobo. Duh. Bobby Tarantino 3 by Logic. Get Lucky by Loverboy. Keep It Up by Loverboy and Loverboy's self-titled. Another one by Mac DeMarco. Here Comes the Cowboy by Mac DeMarco. Salad Days by Mac DeMarco, and then the 10-year anniversary Salad Days with the Salad Days demo record with it. This Old Dog by Mac DeMarco, and Songs About Jane by Maroon 5. Together Again for the First Time by Buddy Rich and Mel Torme. Emergency by Melissa Manchester. Metallica's Black Album, and Ride the Lightning. Operation Doomsday Special Edition by MF Doom. Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. And Thriller by Michael Jackson. Super Session by Mike Bloomfield, Al Cooper, and Steve Stills. Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, and Relaxing with the Miles Davis Quintet. Dear Lonely Hearts by Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole sings the great songs Love by Nat King Cole, and Nat King Cole sings selections from My Fair Lady, which has his cover of, On the Street Where You Live on it, which is literally one of the best songs I think I've ever heard, ever. It's so fucking good. What else do we got? Hair of the Dog by Nazareth. 99 Left Balloons by Nina. And In the Airplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. Bleach by Nirvana. Nevermind by Nirvana. And MTV Unplugged by Nirvana. Stars and Stripes Forever by Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Olivia Newton's Greatest Hits. Music You Can't Get Out of Your Head by PDQ Bach. Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Whole Lotta Red by Playboi Carti. Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon by Pop Smoke. Learning to Crawl by The Pretenders. Purple Rain by Prince and the Revolution. Queen's Greatest Hits Volume 2. In Rainbows by Radiohead. Evil Empire by Rage Against the Machine and Rage Against the Machine's self-titled album. Ray Charles's Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music, Volume 2. Don't know where Volume 1 is. REO Speedwagon's it's like a greatest hits album from like the 70s to the 80s. It's like a section, greatest hits. It's pretty cool. Oh, this is the Art Plant album. What's it called? Oh, The Principle of Moments. I should have known that. And then, finally, from this section, we've got Blondes Have More Fun by Rod Stewart. Every Picture Tells a Story by Rod Stewart. Run the Jewels 1 and Run the Jewels 3. Best of the Runaways. Linger a While by Samara Joy. The Golden Age of Rock and Roll by Sean and Na. All I Ever Need Is You by Sonny and Cher. I Love Marching Band by John Philip Sousa. Spillagin by Spillage Village. Steely Dan's Greatest Hits. Street Talk by Steve Perry. Is This It by The Strokes. Equinox by Styx. Sublime's self-titled album. Breakfast in America by Supertramp. Caught in the Game by Survivor. Sweet's The Golden Greats by Sweet. And then Hypnotized by System of a Down and Mesmerized by System of a Down. System of a Down self-titled. And Toxicity by System of a Down. Control by SZA. More Songs About Buildings and Food by Talking Heads. Currents by Tame Impala. All Directions by The Temptations. Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. The Undertale soundtrack that is 5 records long. Jockeys of Love by Toledo. If you've never heard this album, I'm gonna say it again so you hear it. The Jockeys of Love by Toledo. So, I guess it's the EP. It's so good though. Check it out. If you like that kind of indie pop, indie rock, kind of, I guess you could kind of say folky-ish kind of sound, you will like this album. It's so good. It's so good. National Emotion by Tommy Two-Tone. Love Story by Tony Bennett. 4 by Toto. Astroworld by Travis Scott. Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight by Travis Scott. And Rodeo by Travis Scott. Midnight Marauders by Tribe Called Quest. And A Love Letter to You 3 and A Love Letter to You 4, both by Trippie Redd. Okay, this is the last section of records that I have, and I'm just going to talk for a little bit and then end the video. So, starting off, we've got Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator. And then I've got Call Me If You Get Lost, The Estate Sale, also by Tyler. Goblin by Tyler. Igor by Tyler. And Wolf, all by Tyler, the Creator. Peak, 1984 by Van Halen. And Van Halen 1 by Van Halen. So, The Adventure by Hawaii Five-0. And then I have 3 of these. I used to get this record subscription that would put me on to a bunch of indie artists. And I mean, a lot of them were pretty good. So I'll show this track lists up. So if you guys want to check out any of these artists, I recommend all of them. All the songs on here were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. There's one that I had. Yeah, this one has Yacht Club on it, which is pretty fucking awesome because I fucking love Yacht Club. Oh, that's not the track list. Whoops. Here's the track list for y'all. And then here's the last one. This one's got some good ones too. Okay. Moving on. We've got Music in Emergency by Wanderwild. Wanderwild, if you're watching this video, please come back. Your music was so good. Please come back. Or at least answer my DM on Instagram. Missing you guys right now. Romance of Hawaii, pretty good album. Blue and Green by Weezer. Obviously. Oh, Face of a Fighter by Willie Nelson. Stardust by Willie Nelson. Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang Clan. Question Mark by X. 17 by X. And Bad Vibes Forever by X. And I have this double EP of Bleach Beach by Yacht Club and Aquarium by Yacht Club. And finally, last but not least, Punk by Young Thug, the GOAT, finally free. Okay, now I'd just like to take a second at the end of this video to say thank you for making it this far into the video. I have a lot of records. I have, I think around 290 is the number I'm at. I think around 290. And I'm only gonna get more. So I'll probably make some more videos down the line. There'll be another video, I'm sure, of it updated. Or at least new pickups. I'm sure I'll make new pickup video now and then. But yeah, for now, expect more guitar content. And I have a video that I'm working on that I'm pretty excited for you guys to see that hopefully turns out pretty good. So yeah, that will probably be the next video I put out. So until then, thank you for watching. Sarnosa signing out.